Play It a Million Years Ago by Adele, and it's not all that difficult, even though it seems pretty tough. It's just a matter of getting kind of a rhythm down with your picking pattern, and just getting used to a few of the chords that are not typically used in today's music. So first off, go ahead and put your capo on the 2nd fret, and the chords needed will be E minor, A7, D, G, F sharp, and B minor. Now the actual intro, or the very beginning, is just, which is simply you put your pointer finger on the 2nd fret of the 2nd string from the bottom, and your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string from the, top to the bottom. So, okay, and pluck it with your thumb and either your middle finger or ring, or whichever you're more comfortable with. So that's the first position. The second is open on the 2nd string from the top, and 2nd fret of the 2nd string from the bottom. So, and the third position is open on the 2nd fret from the bottom and 3rd fret of the low E string. And then 4th position is with your thumb preferably on the 2nd fret of the low E string and your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string from the bottom. So, and then it ends, the final position is the same as the first position. So, okay. Now for the verse, you're pretty much doing a alternate picking pattern. So you're skipping. So you're going from the first, skipping 1 to the 2nd, and back. So. And you pretty much do this most of the way through the song. So. Except for this G chord is a little bit different. Instead of just a normal G, even though it would work, they do more of a open G, and they do a pull off with your pointer finger, put it on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string from the bottom, and so right after you hit that bass note of the G, pull off on the 3rd fret of this 3rd string from the bottom. Open for everything else. Then back to the E minor, and then we're going to the F sharp. You can either do an open or just a normal F sharp. And then finally a B minor. And you're picking through this because when it repeats, it goes to, you're adding this 4th fret on the 2nd string from the bottom before you go back into a repeat of the verse. Now, you do that twice until it gets to a little interlude part, which is the same ending chord as the verse, but you kind of pick it up a little bit. So you do the B minor, just like that. That is B minor, A, and you're doing that same pull off, but you can just keep it on there if you'd like. So. You do it a total of 4 times, but the 4th time you end, instead of going back to that G, you end on the F sharp. Now, that's pretty much all you need to know to get through the song, but there is a part from that point on, it gets to a higher part, which is actually, I think, a 2nd guitar, but you can kind of make your own little version of that by incorporating just the bass chords along with some of the higher notes. So basically you're doing the same E minor, but you're doing it at this position higher up on the neck. And what you can do is you can put your pinky on what would be the 12th fret. So in this case, it's the 10th with the capo. So that is the position for the first chord of that. It's not really a second verse, I guess, but just more of a, the song kind of continues on with the same structure rather than going to a chorus or a bridge or whatnot. So the second one's a little bit tricky. And what that is you're basically making the same as almost like a D, but you are all the way up on the 9th fret for your pinky in this case. So you have to put your pointer finger on the 7th fret of the 3rd string from the bottom, your ring finger on the 9th fret of the 3rd string from the bottom, the middle finger on the 8th fret of the 2nd string from the bottom, and then your pinky on that 9th fret. Now we're doing a full bar chord for the D. And then once again a bar chord for the G. And what I'm just going to do to keep this video short is I'm just going to show you the positions. You don't have to do this part at all anyway, but if you wanted to know where they were at to add it. So I'll just go through it so you know where they're at. Okay, so once again, to keep this short, I think I'm going to keep it at that. And that's more than enough to get you started with it. Just refer back to the intro for help as far as timing and how to go about the picking pattern, and that should help you out more than me talking about it. So good luck with it, and comment with any questions.